Hey guys, Comet here. Welcome to episode 8 in my Spaced Out series. In the last episode, I put in these solar panels up at the top. They used to be over here on the left, and my rockets used to be right here by the entrance, or the exit, I guess. And I moved the solar panels over to here because I needed more power. I needed more space to fit more solar panels, because I'm starting to use this geyser over here, and it's making a very cold water. So I threw in this tepidizer down here to heat up some of that water so that it doesn't stifle my bog buckets over here. So the plan in this episode will be pretty much the same as what I suggested in the last episode. I want to remove the glass around this area so that I can use it to make more solar panels. And then over on the right side of the map over here, where I have all this space cleared out, I want to put in a permanent duplicant housing unit. That way I don't have my dupes mixed in this box over here. My dupes are mixed with the farms and the research facility, and it would be a lot cleaner if I could separate the two. So step 1 here, I'm going to deconstruct all of this, but I don't want to deconstruct these. Okay, it looks like it's impossible to deconstruct these, that's good. And now I will put some flooring under these, and a ladder so they can get to there, and a ladder so they can get to there. So I'm going into planning mode here. I've got a lot of space to work with, so I'm not too sure what height I want to build my duplicate housing. Or would it actually be better to keep the duplicate housing centralized, but move all of the farms outside of it? Right, because I have two options. I can move the dupes out, or I can move the farms out. But then that begs the question, where would I put the farms? I think I need to figure out where the center of the map is. That would help. So it's 152 blocks wide, which means 76 should be the exact center. These two blocks right here should be the center. So I will do that so that I can remember where it is. So now if you remember back to my science series, I had the transport tube down the center with the two duplicate housing units on either side. But on this asteroid, where there's significantly less space, what I'll end up doing is offsetting the transit tube. So instead of going right down the center, because it'll be impossible to dodge the printing pod and this geyser up here. So if I just put the ladder and transit tube over here, then I avoid the printing pod and the geyser, and I don't think I'm going to hit anything else. I don't know what's down in this area yet, but I've been told that the only two geysers on the starting planet are the Cool Slush Geyser and the Cool Salt Slush Geyser. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do it slightly off-center, which is a little annoying, but sometimes you have to just take the hand you're dealt. So the main center ladder is going to be here. So I will get that in place. And it looks like something went wrong over here. What is happening here? Why is there oxygen in that pipe? There should not be any oxygen in there. Why did this break? It might be because I'm not getting enough oxygen out. Okay, well we can keep that from ever happening again by putting in... there's not much space here. Let's see, I gotta remove that deodorizer. I'm gonna do this. Put in this filter. Run that into there. We want to filter out the hydrogen and send it back this way, and then the oxygen can come out here. Or, I guess there, because my dupes can't actually reach that spot. So I'll go ahead and enable the auto repair again to get these going. Alright, it looks like it's stabilized again. I'll leave this filter here just in case that happens again. It's not using power that I'm worried about. I'm getting so much free power from these solar panels. So if I follow this main ladder down to here, I can go down this way, and it looks like this might be a little too warm for my dupes without atmosuits yet. Oh yeah, it does get very warm down here. It's almost 100°C, and right there it is, 100°C. It's kind of a good thing I have this pool of water here, actually, because as they dig down, the water will keep them cool. So I'm gonna see how far I can go before they start hating me for what I'm telling them to do. This is going incredibly slowly because they have to go all the way out, around, and down to get down to here. So to improve the workflow and duplicant pathing, I am gonna have to split up this box here. So that means all of these Paku have to go. And I'm pretty sure they'll all die if they live in water that's 85 degrees. I could try to save them. Let's see, I have a little bit of plastic to make a fish trap. I think I might have gotten this from deconstructing some of those ladders that spawned over here. Because I really only need to save a couple of them. Or actually, how about this? I'll make a little box over here for the Paku. Because once I put this in, my dupes will be able to get around this. Or actually, I could even just do this. And then it's not a problem either way. So I'll try and get the Paku all into this box. I'll open this up, and then that'll slice right through my farm, so I'm gonna have to move the farm too. So then I will deconstruct this, and put in a ladder so that my dupes don't drown themselves. And this should coax all the Paku over here as this water slowly drains away. Of course, that means I'm gonna have to move my pump too. So I'll just do that. And remove... If I can click on it, there's so much stuff down here. Remove that, and then for power... You can just come straight down like that. Okay, they are all literally trying to stay as far away from where I want them to go as possible. Okay, I am going to snip that. So we'll stop adding water down here. This pump will eventually empty this pool, and then when that happens, all of the Paku will be forced into the pool. At least I think. They really like this corner. Well, actually, if they're all stuck over here, I can just do this, right? That's what I wanted to do over here. Now they're all stuck in here. I think that means I'm good to go to deconstruct that. And then I'll run this up this way. Don't want that to be in the way. So now this ladder's gonna slice through the bedroom and the mess table, so I have to start thinking about where I want to put the dupes permanently. Okay, but if I am gonna put the transit tubes here like this, with some mesh tiling, the very beginning of the housing unit could be right about here, where this old main ladder was. So if I just arbitrarily pick a spot and call this the top up here, so it's in line with the printing pod, then I'll have to move the main power to the main ladder here. I can go around that way there, get this wiring out of the way, and then come around this way. So these sweetles definitely have to move. So I need a temporary spot for these guys. I can move them over to here for now. So I will get rid of these guys and deconstruct this. So the top floor up here will be where the transit tube access points go. Oh, it's so hard to think with this wheel making noise. Okay, now that it's gone, the transit tube access points are going to go up here towards the top floor. I need to get this machinery out of the way, and then start planning out the bedroom. So it's transit tubes across the top, then statues below that, and then the bedrooms below that. And I am going to base this off of what I built in my science series. So if you haven't yet seen that, I do suggest checking it out. So for this side over here, I don't want that there actually, because I want to put in a fire pole so that my dupes can get around more easily. And then the beginning of the floor will actually be here. So if this duplicant housing unit needs to hold 8 duplicants, and I want to have each one do 8, that way it's a power of 2, then a bed plus some doors, that is 6 tiles. But it really tiles as 5 because this door is part of the next one. So 5 times 8, because I need the 8 beds, is 40, plus the extra door on the end, so 41, just for the beds. And then there's a tile for the fire pole, a tile for the ladder, and then a tile for the insulation. So that's 6 when you add the 2 sides together, plus the 41 for the beds. So this entire thing should be 47 blocks wide here, so it goes all the way to this ladder. Right there. And to make sure that they can get around on the outside, I'm going to put a ladder over here as well. Actually, I don't think I need to go that far. Right, because these are all the statues. Then the beds... 1, 2, 3, 4. The beds can start here. And then under these beds, I'm going to put more statues. And then under these statues goes the bathrooms and mess tables. Now, I don't have enough plastic to make all of the nice beds, so I'm just going to make out of granite the base beds. And I'm using granite for the flooring as well, and I'm using granite for the sculpting blocks because granite gives a decor bonus. All of these statues will eventually be switched out to gold blocks. Now, the next step is going to be moving all of this food without allowing it to spoil. So if this is the floor for food and bathrooms, then right below that would be maybe the rec room, then the utility room, and finally the bottom of the housing unit. And I actually don't like the placement of this. I think it would look better if I had the ladder on the inside and the pole on the outside. Ah, wait a minute, there's actually one more thing I forgot. This needs to come out here. I was looking back through my old video, and it looked like I lined the walls and roof with metal tiling. And if I do that now, I won't have space for the insulation. So I need to move the insulation out by 1 so that I can put the metal tiles where the insulation currently is. So back to what I was saying about the food, it's going to be stored down here. Then if I come to the very middle tile here, which is these doors, I can figure out where the steam turbine is going to fit. It's going to take up this middle tile and then 2 on either side of it, so if I count out 1, 2, the beginning of its lower capsule will be here. So to get power in, I'm going to use a joint plate in the floor, and that will power these refrigerators. So this power wire then will connect into the main line in the center. So all of this is actually in the way of progress. And I need to change where this is outputting its water. So I think the easiest way to do that will just be to move the sinks and bathrooms down to here. And then put in the dining hall here. And let me copy these settings on those refrigerators down to here. That way I can deconstruct all of this. So the mess tables, see, I need to fit 8 of them in 22 tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to leave a gap of 3, and then another 4. So it's time for the grill to move. And I have enough food at the moment to hold me while I move the grill, so I'm not worried about getting a new grill in place quite yet. I want to finish off the bedrooms here, and get these bathrooms plumbed. So across the bottom will be the clean water, and then out of the top will be all the polluted water. I'll set all of these to left. And I'm going to need a new water sieve up here. Temporarily. And now all of this plumbing needs to go. It's going to be in the way. Down the center of the map, there's going to be a clean water pipe, and then a dirty water pipe, or a polluted water pipe. So something like this should get the plumbing going again, once I deconstruct these buildings up here. Okay, so the bathrooms are moved. This is still pretty messy down here. I need to just remove all of this. And for ventilation, it will be in the center of the map as well. I'll run it this way, come down to the bedroom level here, and output here. Wait, actually, no. It's gonna be like this. Because then I can run it over to there. Then I'm also gonna need a vent in the kitchen, and a vent in the bathroom. And it's also gonna run down through this floor to the rec room. Oh right, I forgot, I need to deconstruct this now so they stop eating over here. And I'll do the same with the beds, actually. And then to make sure this gets classified as a Great Hall, I'm gonna put in some decor. So some crown molding across the top, some crown molding in the bathroom, and some crown molding in the bedrooms. I want them to be using this up here as the entrance and exit. So I'll deconstruct this wall, and I've run out of ceramic, so for now I'll just use Mafic until I can build enough ceramic. So I'll completely close everything in like that. Oh my, I just got a Dreclic egg from the printing pod. That means I can shear Drecos now. That just solved my reed fiber problem. I've been trying so hard to get reed fiber for the past, like, 4 episodes, and the printing pod just decides to give me a Dreclic egg randomly. Sometimes. Well, I have to capitalize on that stroke of luck. So I'll put in, like, a temporary Dreclic farm, maybe up here. Get them all grown up and start shearing them. Then I can put in all of the Atmos suits that I need up here. So, all of these fish stuck in here, I think they are doomed. Because I need to use this polluted water to feed my bog buckets over here. So the base is really starting to take shape now. I'm noticing I have some injured dupes. So I'm going to put in a couple of triage cots in the soon-to-be rec room. And this polluted water is starting to back up. So the plan here is just to take whatever this can't use and put it in to here. So let's get Liam on this cot. And then I think there's a couple more that are injured. So if I scale this up to here, this will show me everyone that is slightly hurt. Like Nicola there, he didn't show up on the 70. So now I can assign Gosman. She'll pop off here in a second. And then I can assign Devon. To increase the mobility of my duplicants, I'm going to open these lower doors, and then for some reason they like to use this upper door. So I'll just restrict access to there. So all of these will be open. And I'll restrict access on that one, this one, and I'll open that one. So let me double check the rooms here. We've got a great hall, a washroom, and barracks. And then once I get enough decor in here, and the better bed, it will turn into a bedroom, which gives more morale than a barracks. So now it's time to put the electric grill back in. Up here. This isn't its permanent spot. I just need them to start cooking some food again. And Nicola is stuck. Why are you stuck? Let's get you out. Since I removed all of my old storage bins, I can't really issue sweep commands because they have nothing to put it in. So I'm going to put the automatic dispensers in here. Just so they have somewhere to dump all this junk. So sweep only and all. And then I will copy that to here. And then I can do a big sweep like this. Well, I guess I don't need to clean up that spot right there. That way we'll get the base looking nice and pretty. Once I build up enough carbon dioxide down here, I can stop powering these refrigerators. I'm actually going to put back in the research stations in this area, so I can give Gosman something to do. They've almost got this place swept up. There's a little bit left over here where all my old storage containers used to be. And there's a little bit left in this Paku tank. But once they get all that swept up, I want them to finish this ladder here. And all of this junk needs to go away. And the power is going to go straight through there. Whoa, how'd that happen? Oh, there's a hole. Well, I mean, these guys aren't producing that much power anyway, right? Yeah, it's only 40. Let's actually get rid of them. They're so irrelevant at this point. So the last couple things I want to get done in this episode, I'm going to square this off down here. I'm really liking the way this turned out, but I also want to find a spot for the Dreco farm. That way I can get some reed fiber going and some Atmo suits in the next episode. So I've swept this dry. I'm gonna let all these fish drown. Or suffocate. I guess you can't drown in air. But fish can technically drown in water if there's not enough dissolved oxygen in the water. That's why you'll see bubblers in fish tanks quite often. Oh, that's not good. These guys are stuck. They keep coming down to this water, this polluted water. That's why they're not suffocating. Okay, we're gonna do a priority 9 through here so they can get out. Actually, we might need to do a priority, please. Okay, fine. That's actually not gonna work either. I'll have to put in a ladder to save them. There you guys go. These fish are quite persistent. They've been flopping for almost 2 cycles now. Okay, so they've got this squared off. I'm gonna remove that rescue ladder. And I'm gonna figure out where to put the Drecos. I think right here is a good spot. So I need 24 tiles on the inside. So I'll go all the way to the 25th tile over here. And put some doors there. Now I need a grooming station. Ooh, actually, I'll use this space for the Sweetles. Because Drecos are special. So I'll wrangle these guys up. Copy the settings from the feeder and paste it over here. So why do I say that Drecos are special? Well, if we take a look over here, actually this doesn't tell you, but in order for Drecos to regrow their fur, or whatever that thing is with the reed fiber, they need to be in hydrogen. And they eat... Ooh, I actually don't have mealwood. Normally, yeah, I would just feed all my Drecos mealwood, but I don't have any mealwood on this asteroid. So maybe instead of farming the Dreco, I'll just shear them once they hatch and then keep them wild. That way they keep reproducing without me having to really worry about them. So I'll put them in here, but I'm not going to put a grooming station. I will put a shearing station though. And I'm pretty sure I can shear without... Oh no, I do need a grooming station. Yeah, it's not recognizing this as a stable because there's no grooming station. Okay. I can make this work. So we'll put the shearing station on this side. Critter drop off. We'll set this to Drecklets and Drecos. And to get power over to there, I'll just do... Well, not that there. But I'll do this. I'm gonna see if I have any balm lilies. Okay, I do have some balm lilies. So I can feed them balm lilies. They need to be in chlorine. So chlorine is heavier than oxygen. So instead of having this here, I'll do this. I'll turn the floor... Actually, that doesn't need to be hydroponic. Balm lilies don't require any irrigation. I'll make this out of dirt. And then I'll get some of this chlorine down here, pumped in up here. And hopefully, yeah, it doesn't look like they require anything other than an atmosphere. Like if I were to click on mealwood, it shows that it takes dirt per cycle. So I think balm lilies might be the easiest plant to grow. Let's see here, where are they? Balm lily, balm lily, there you are. Plant, copy, wait, plant, copy, there we go. So I'll put in some pumps here. I'll connect them all up. And then I want to filter out the chlorine. We'll take the chlorine up this way. Ooh, we need to avoid the oxygen there. We'll go up here. And then I'll just dump the chlorine out here. Now the only problems I can see occurring when duplicants exhale, they exhale carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is heavier than chlorine. So if I get enough carbon dioxide in this trough down here, it could push the chlorine out of the sides. But my hope is that the Drecos will survive long enough for me to get enough reed fiber to put my dupes in atmosuits, so then I won't have to worry about all of the carbon dioxide they exhale. So here comes the chlorine. We should see it fall to the bottom. And these balm lilies are now complaining about their body temperature. Oh, they need to be much warmer. Okay. Let's get some insulation going. And I think that's going to be enough chlorine, so I'm going to snip that line right there. Yeah, this should be enough. Now all I have to do is figure out how to warm up this area. But I think I might actually save that for the next episode, because I've got a lot done already. I've planned out the center transport grid. I've moved all of my duplicants into their permanent housing. I've relocated some of the farms, and I'm progressing towards reed fiber, thanks to a stroke of luck from the printing pod. So, thanks for watching, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next episode.